There is just some stuff we should talk about, which I think could be relevant. So here's the new Fated thing, right? So you can see here in the adventure guide, we've got all the Shadowlands raids, but you see there, Sepulchre of the first ones is actually, man, being able to highlight text. God damn it, Apple, this is such a fucking big pog feature. Anyway, Sepulchre of the first ones, Fated. This week, bosses in the raid are empowered with a special affix, loot drops upgraded to a higher item level, right? So that is interesting. There's a new UI tooltip that also implies the new affix is called Fated, which then sort of means it also applies to LFR. So that's kind of interesting. Now, as we move from that to the next tab. Yeah, the Fated raid affix data mined stuff. Okay, what do we got here? The hostile enemy is empowered and will cast ability name during the encounter. Anything listed in square brackets indicates this portion of the text will be added or changed when on heroic or mythic difficulties. So here's a Fated power. Summons a chaotic essence which casts chaotic destruction, inflicting cosmic damage to all players if successful. Upon interaction, the essence becomes hostile and instead continuously manifests chaotic motes. These channel 3 cosmic damage into targeted players every 0.5 seconds for 3 seconds. When defeated, they split into additional motes. After 15 seconds, it all dissipates, giving people 2% increased damage done and healing done. 2% absorbs for 30 seconds, and the effect stacks for each mote slain.
Interesting. That's exactly what we expected. Here's another thing to interact with during this. That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, that is cool. Save some more fun for the next stream. I'm doing this because I think some interviews will come out and we'll probably learn more.
We'll have plenty to go through.
Protoform Barrier. Protect the caster, reducing damage taken for 15 seconds. Stacks every second. Upon expiration, the barrier shatters, inflicting damage to all players. If broken, the effect backfires, inflicting all damage done to each enemy during the barrier's cosmic damage. Additionally grants all players increased damage done for 20 seconds. So this is basically a lot of Kiss Curse things. And I'm wondering then, they maybe have a selection of these Fated powers. And they can probably use multiple of them if they want to, like on a Mythic. Or perhaps what they'll do is, they'll work out which one of these will suit a particular boss fight the best. Because these just won't work for some boss fights, will work for others. That way, we can have it actually make sense where they don't feel disruptive to the gameplay.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Yep.
So perhaps we could see something like this be applied in the next expansion as we sort of begin to work out what the hell a season looks like in Warcraft.
Yep, indeed.
Yeah.
Interesting that the future of Warcraft is developing on multiple tracks at the same time.
Yeah, it really is.
I can only hope that means it's actually going somewhere. Because at least I definitely, if we're kind of finish up for today, I honestly come out of here with a lot more hope than I expected.
Same.
I was not expecting any of these major changes that actually make the game feel better. I was expecting, I know how to put it. I was expecting iteration, not innovation, and we've got innovation today. And that is, we'll see how far that goes as to whether Dragonflight will be a good game TM or will be World of Warcraft but better.
Yeah,
and I think either one is good.
It means all that time where we were basically pissed off of the legendary effects and the acquisition, pissed off of the domination shards, just all these things are getting annoying. Yeah. At some point in time when it came to actually scoping out what the hell this expansion is, they made the decision to make it fundamentally different.
Yeah.
And that is the thing that bodes well. And a final nice little bit of info here, Matt. Just a Porter Gage found in one of the interviews. Something important I was wondering.
Oh, yes, that's from the Oscar
one
as well.
So not only can the Drakthir fly, they have their own personal version of the dragon riding mechanic. So you're not going to be a dragon riding a dragon.
I was wondering about that.
But that does mean if you're a Drakthir, I guess like how a druid can fly, you can just fly. Yeah. But if you're in the Dragon Isles, you'll be using like the new flight
Dragon
tech.
Very nice.
All right.
Yep.
I think to end it, World of Warcraft has evidently acknowledged the most important problems that it was suffering from as a video game, and it is trying to move away from those problems.
Yep.
I think that is pretty damn good news.
Yep. I'm thinking of, because I was at a concert on Sunday night, I'm thinking about specific lyrics from one of the author's tracks, which definitely is not going to work very well here. It's going to sound a little bit cringe, but in terms of what you're talking about, all that shit that's like all the time we spent being mad at stuff and giving feedback at stuff. This particular line is, "But don't you waste the suffering you faced. It will serve you in due time."
Whoa.
So all of that bullshit, all of these mistakes may ultimately warrant them actually learning from it. Because that's the one thing. It's fine to make mistakes. It's not fine to not learn from them. And there's a vague amount of learning going on here.
Yeah, and that was our worry for the longest time. Like,
Yeah.
it felt like maybe because of the way they just sort of have to communicate, like they were super against learning. And especially during the BFA era, we felt that really badly. With like the Azerite reforging costs and all of those things being hyper annoying to players. And it just felt like they really felt they knew better. Whereas we've really seen them abandon a lot of what they did. And you think back to all the justifications they consistently made for all of these things. Yeah. I mean, just 2 and a bit years ago, we were talking about conduits being consumables. And it took...
What a time.
It took a concerted effort from the beta testers to say, no, this will be terrible.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting how you only do this when it has been made crystal clear by the performance of your game that your assumptions and things just don't work.
Yep. Well,
so it's good that those things have changed.
Yeah. What is it they say about a wounded animal being or a cornered animal being the most dangerous? That's the thing where putting their backs to the wall have clearly made them realize something. And it is a shame that it took a substantial number of years of performance kind of slipping off, and also you're literally the headline for most gaming news outlets for bad reasons for like 6 months.
Yeah.
For that to kind of seem to fully happen organizationally, but better late than never. Better late than never.
Grand. Okay, right. This was a fun time.
Yep,
I am glad that we're actually coming out of this seeing good shit.
Yep.
So thank you for hanging out, everybody.
And just one last thing. If you enjoyed this, we do this kind of thing. Less exciting than an expansion announcement, but we do this every Friday, 6:30 BST. So just under about an hour and 45 minutes ago on the Fridays when we start.
Yep. Yeah. We do stream every Friday. Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
now we need to think about what next. We're going to be busy over the next few days.
Absolutely. So,
right.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Have a great evening.
Yep.
Goodbye. Catch you soon.